Hey, it's Rockin' Larry Locken. We're going to hear from Cenk Uygur and Tucker Carlson, but before him, we're going to hear from this gentleman I totally agree with. I agree with this guy completely. I'm not as pissed off as he is anymore because I passed being about as irritated as he is about a mile back. I've been through this shit with people, with stupid people, with buyer's remorse, with voting for Republicans, especially starseeds that fell in love with Donald Trump, the same motherfucking kind of starseeds, know nothing about politics. They fell in love with George W. Bush. They have no idea how politics work. Plus, their intuitions are garbage.
Here's another example of a stupid ass Mansfield white motherfucker who voted for that motherfucker 3 times. He ain't give a damn about the suffering of other people, but now he want to switch sides. Now that it's hurting his ass and his family. Man, watch.
I voted for Trump 3 motherfucking times. I've taken so many fucking arrows for this dude, it's insane. It's impossible to defend his position right now. It's becoming more and more apparent that you have the interest of a fucking another country over the interest of the people that you were elected to serve. And you promised you were going to do these things. What it appears to, for me and everybody else, is that you fucking lied to everybody.
Yeah, like, nigga, no shit. No shit, nigga. He could have told you that. He the one who said that he loved his stupid, uneducated fucking voters. How you gonna believe a con man, a nigga that been bankrupt 8 times and sued over 4,000 times, ripping off people, your dumb ass?
Yeah, it's beyond me. Like I said, I totally empathize with this guy because I feel the same fucking way, but I passed his emotion about a mile back down the road. I asked this the other night, didn't any of y'all see his reality show? Don't you know who he is? Don't you know about the Central Park 5? I mean, where the hell have you been under a rock? And even if that, your intuition absolutely sucks if you'd never heard of him before and thought anything he said was worth a shit. Your intuition's horrible. Seriously. I mean, fuck, that ain't a judgment. That's the reality of it. People, you're talking to somebody who's been into politics since he was 4 years old in 1979, okay, heavily. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right, now, like these people that say, oh, both parties are the same. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They're not. Now, if you're talking about somebody like a Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks or even a Tucker Carlson on the other side of the spectrum that say that, yeah, they know what the fuck they're talking about, though. The difference is, Starseeds, you don't. You don't have a fucking clue of how it works at all.
Hold on, this is the most important point. They are going to fight Israel forever, not because they hate the Jews. Oh my God, they're Nazis. Oh, for no reason at all. They were just walking by and all these Jews came by and they hate them. No, they took their land and they still have it. They have them under their thumb. They can cut off the water, the power, the food, and they have, and they're starving them to death. And you think that, what, they just coincidentally hate the Jews and that's their driving ideology? No, they're fighting you because you're occupying them. This is the most obvious thing in the world. Why did the Armenians fight the Turks? Why did the Greeks fight the Turks? Why did everyone fight the Turks at the end of World War I and the end of the Ottoman Empire? Not because they hate the Turks, but because we were occupying them.
The Prime Minister of Israel goes on television to openly meddle in internal American politics, taking sides, attacking people, Americans, because they're not fully on board with sending billions more to a country of 9 million people?
He talked about the woke right. He said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant. The woke Reich, because these people, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane. We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is TikTok, #1. And the other one, X.
Yeah, it's sure apparent they own TikTok now. Just a little weird, funky shit going on. At least with X, you can do things.
Anyone who opposes me in the United States, who opposes more aid to Israel or opposes getting sucked into war with Iran, which does not serve American interests, that person is not simply mistaken or wrong. I'm not going to bother to explain why that person is wrong. That person is a Nazi, part of the woke Reich, a Nazi. And the only way to fix it is by preventing Americans in the last country on earth with guaranteed freedom of speech, prevent Americans from hearing the other side. And so we push Congress to force a TikTok sale, which is true, by the way. And when that happened, and various members of Congress were like, no, really, it's about China, there were people online who said, no, I think it's really about Israel. Here he is just admitting, no, we pushed the U.S. Congress to censor in the United States, to commit censorship in the United States because we think it's bad for us. And we need to talk to Elon. That's the point at which you just say no.
How do you tell if a group is a terrorist organization? They target civilians. How do you know they target civilians? Because they have a very high civilian kill ratio. So, for example, Hamas on October 7th, they killed civilians and military. They killed hundreds of military guys, but they killed more civilians. 67% of the people they killed were civilians. So, terrorist group, clear?
That's terrorism.
In Gaza, Israel's civilian kill ratio is 83%. It is worse than Hamas. In fact, it is worse than any terrorist organization in the world. And at scale, tens of thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands of people killed, 83% civilians. They say, no, you have to apply that label unevenly and unfairly. You only apply it to our enemies, but if we do worse than them, you are not to ever say. And that figure, by the way, comes from the Israeli press.